Are you looking for the best underwater drones? In this video, we will look at some of the best 6 underwater drones on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Kaisia Fifish V6. If freedom of movement is what you're looking for, you need to get the Kaisia Fifish V6. While most drones support only a 45-degree tilt at best, this allows for full 360-degree movement. Thanks to its patented smart thruster array, you can flip, roll, or pivot the drone. Then, lock it to achieve a perfect combination of movements at every angle or depth. Of course, this means that the Fifish is more difficult to handle. If this is your first underwater drone, you might have a steeper learning curve than you would with other devices. It does have an auto mode though. While you can certainly use the Fifish as a beginner, it's targeting professional users of underwater drones. Photographers and videographers will appreciate the specs and features. It has a 4K camera with a 30 frames per second video recording as well as a video stabilizer. You can also do slow-motion videos with it. The sensor is a 1/2 3rd Sony CMOS for 12MP photos captured in RAW or JPEG. You can also control the camera settings, exposure compensation, and a true color enhancing algorithm for more vivid images. The internal memory holds 64 gigabytes. The lens offers a 166-degree FOV, and it's packed with 4,000 lumen LED lights so that you can go as deep as 100 meters, 328 feet, and still have a clear view of your surroundings. You can use the remote or control everything from the app, which also allows sharing on multiple displays or send to social media as well as live streaming. If you're looking for a more immersive experience, you can use the included VR goggles that allow for gesture control. The battery life is up to 4.5 hours, thanks to its intelligent battery. The connection box has HDMI output and an Ethernet port so you can connect it to your computer, a big screen, etc. It also has a sonar system to map the seafloor. All in all, this is a well-rounded underwater drone that has everything you need as a beginner or a pro. Number 2. Yukon Robot BW Space Pro. One of the coolest features of this underwater drone is active tracking. It can lock and track a subject if you want to follow a fish or a scuba diver to keep it in the frame. It also features a 6x zoom. The Yukon Robot transmits 4K video at 30 frames per second and takes images at 12MP, and it's very easy to share and live stream. The battery on the Robot BW Space Pro is one of the most durable found on an underwater drone, holding up to 7 hours dive time, or 5 hours if you're shooting photos and 3 hours when shooting video. The connection is very stable since it uses multi-channel transmission technology. You can go down to a maximum depth of 100 meters, 330 feet, rivaling the best underwater drones available in 2024. Don't worry about lighting down there because the Space Pro has two 1380 lumens LED lights that automatically measure the light condition to adjust the brightness. You can use them in manual mode too. Lose to ensure clear and sharp images. It has image stabilization and digital defogging, ideal if you're moving the underwater drone between varying water and air temperatures. It's also one of the fastest drones, reaching an impressive 1.5 meters per second. You can remote control it from your phone or use the included controller. With a multi-person sharing mode, you can toggle between driver and observer to share the drone's control. The Space Pro is compatible with VR headsets, but unfortunately, there isn't one included in the package. You have to buy it separately if you want to use this function. Number 3. Gladius Mini Underwater Drone. The Gladius Mini Underwater ROV allows you to reach up to 100 meters, 330 feet, underwater depth. Impressive for an underwater drone at this price point. You can experience everything your underwater drone explores in high quality with its 4K HD and its 1200 lumen LED lights. You can also connect it to the included VR goggles for a more immersive experience. You can record video in 4K, stream video in 1080p, or take 12MP photographs. To ensure sharpness, the Gladius Mini has 5 stabilizing propellers and a depth hold feature. Also, you can control the camera settings for better image quality. Furthermore, you can share the experience with your friends by connecting up to 3 Wi-Fi devices. If this isn't enough, you can connect a big screen TV or monitor via HDMI to allow everyone to see. You can swap the freshwater buoyancy weight that comes installed as default with a seawater buoyancy. The latter is heavier, which helps the drone sink in salty water. This way, it consumes less power. The battery life is up to 2 hours. The Gladius Mini is easy to use as you can control it with the app or the included controller. It also has a compass for you to get oriented. Number 4. Chasing Dory. The Chasing Dory underwater drone is a great entry-level device. All you need to do is turn it on, drop it in the water, and you're ready to go. This submersible drone has a battery life of 1 hour and can dive up to 15 meters, 14 feet, which makes it perfect for pool parties or snorkeling on a family trip. The tethering cord connects to a small floating buoy. This way, you don't have to worry about keeping it safe and dry. To locate the buoy, Chasing Dory connects via GPS Wi-Fi to your phone so that you can stream in 720p live video, save 1080p video, or take photos. The internal storage is 8 gigabytes. You can also edit your media right on the app and share it with popular social media channels. If you're diving in low light, don't worry because Dory has two 250 lumen LED lights, and the lens has a 1.6 aperture to let in as much light as possible. The wide-angle lens has a 100-degree field of view, ensuring you don't miss anything. Dory also has a depth lock and an angle lock so that you can position it in the perfect spot to take your photos. It's also extremely lightweight and portable for you to take it along on all your trips and adventures. To add to its portability, you can control it from your phone without needing a remote control or extra devices. One thing to note, if you're close to the bottom of the lake or the water is not super clean, the propellers can suck in the debris and seaweed. In the box, you'll find a small tool to clean everything out of the blades, but it means that you have to take it out of the water quite often, so be aware of this when you're choosing your location and depth. Chasing Dory is the best affordable underwater drone on the market. Its easy-to-use app and sharing capabilities make it the perfect tool for influencers and content creators who want to focus on water sports, sea life, and underwater adventures. Number 5. Windex Sublu Navbow Smart Underwater Scooter. If you want the best image quality with your underwater photography, the number one way is to use a high-resolution camera and underwater housing. Even the best underwater drone is no match for a dedicated mirrorless or DSLR camera, despite being much more convenient. With this in mind, the Windex Sublu Navbow is the perfect solution. It's an underwater scooter, allowing you to be towed along so you can concentrate on getting the best photos. The Windex underwater scooter has a single-hand control mode and lets you tether yourself via D-ring and tow cord, obviously very useful to keep your hands free to operate your camera underwater. There's also a mounting point at the front of the navbow, which lets you attach any of the best action cameras with ease. With 60 minutes of battery life, a 3-speed switch powering you to 2 meters per second, 4.47 miles per hour, to a max depth of 40 meters, 131 feet, the navbow can take you further and deeper with less effort. When the battery starts running low, the grips start vibrating, so you know to start returning home. Charging time is only 2 hours, so after a quick break, you can be back underwater again. So if you're looking for something to power your underwater explorations while keeping your hands free for photography, this is a great and affordable solution. Number 6. PowerA Wizard PRW10. If you want to make your fishing trips a fun and interactive experience that you can share with others, this is the underwater drone camera for you. With its 4K UHD camera and wide-angle lens, you can take decent photos and videos underwater. You can record 4K videos or share a live stream in 1080p to Facebook, WeChat, and Instagram right from the app. You can also take 12MP photographs at 5 frames per second. It doesn't matter if you're a skilled user or if this is your first underwater drone, the PowerA Wizard comes with 3 settings that will fit your abilities: beginner, experienced, and professional. The PowerA Wizard PRW10 has multiple control options that make it fun and easier to use for beginners. You can use your smartphone and guide it with the app or by gesture control by moving and tilting the phone. Otherwise, you can hook the phone to the included controller and use the joysticks or connect it to the VR goggles, also included, and use them on gesture control. You can even take turns with friends at controlling it because it supports multiple VR goggles at a time, so you can switch from pilot to observer as many times as you like. The PowerA has a magnetic bait drop to place the bait at any desired location, excellent when used in conjunction with a dedicated underwater fishing camera. It also comes with a power seeker, a standalone fish finder that you can drop in the water and get detailed information on where there are fish, how deep, etc. It dives up to 30 meters, 98 feet, with a 70 meters, 230 feet tether cord to avoid any risks and allow freedom of movement.